Hello, Fiber friends, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. We've made it through a whole week of Vlogmas. I can't believe it. I have had some people reach out and they're like, Evie, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm okay. I've been doing this for a few years and I have a good system and it works for me and it's keeping things moving. So not to worry, if I do need a break, I will take a break. I promise, but I'm still having fun. So I'm not taking a break. We're just going to get right into the blessing for day 8. The blessing for day 8 is may every twist you spin into your Let's try that again. May every twist you spin into your yarn capture love, light, joy, good memories, all the good stuff. I think it just said love and joy or something, but all the good stuff. I feel like when I make stuff, I capture the mood, the vibe, whatever, if you will. I've talked about this before. I had a pair of socks that I started knitting when I was in the hospital, and then after I got home, this was a while ago. I've had a journey. It's fine. I'm fine. But anyway, when you start knitting socks at the hospital, then you come home and it's like you got to finish those socks, but then you pick it up and all you can think about is being at the hospital, you know? So there's other examples of this where people have done like grief knitting where they've knit, at someone's bedside while they're saying goodbye to their loved one, and they're knitting, and then that piece, they feel like it kind of holds their grief. And for some people, they hold that dear and precious to them. And for some people, they tuck it away and it's kind of a memento, but not like a thing they want to see and use every day. I really think that we put, whatever the time and place and feeling is that we're working with at the time goes into our crafts. So I'm wishing good things for all of us to spin into our yarns, because that means we've got good things going on around us. And I know that's not always the case, and I know sometimes it's a little more rough than other times, but I hope that we can at least find a moment of joy and peace and happiness in our days when we come to our crafts. All right, let's do a little Advent unboxing, and then I have a different basket slash, I don't know if it's a box. It's not really a box. I wanted to say box just for the symmetry of it. It's not, as a basket. We'll get there. All right, what are we on? Day 8. We're not doing hedgehog today because that's only on the odd number days. I keep saying that because it's a reminder to myself of what's going on, and I need to be reminded of what's going on very frequently. Okay, so we are in Twice Sheared Sheep. Disclaimer, Twice Sheared Sheep and Hedgehog Fibers sent me these Advent boxes. Twice Sheared Sheep is a lot of notions and things related to knitting and crochet. Hedgehog is fiber for spinning. So we're just having fun. We're unboxing, and there are links in the description if you want to check them out. Cool. All right, disclaimer is done. Let's open. They're falling down now because it's starting to get empty. I'm so impressed with how put together this is. Like, I mean, I know they're always put together, but just I've done Advent boxes before, and there's a reason I'm not doing it again this year or maybe ever. There's so much work. They're rewarding, but man, it's a lot of work. All right, here is day 8 from Twice Sheared Sheep. So let's see. It's a bigger one. It feels a little squishy. I was wondering if there was yarn in there. It's like I could already tell. I was like, it's squishy. That's gotta be yarn. Pretty. Look, it's the Pantone color of the year, everyone. I'll spare you my thoughts. Okay, 100% superwash merino wool. It is Color Story DK. Cool. I bet this is meant to be dyed to go with the Colorworks storybook theme. I think that's really, really cool. So I'm not going to make plans for this one yet. I'm not going to plan anything. I'm just going to put it in there, and we'll see if something comes up later that inspires us to do something else with it. We'll find out. Plus, I have enough projects going on already. All right, let's tuck that back there a little bit out of the way. And guess what? I am chilly wearing this green shirt. I took off the cardigan I had on earlier so I could be festive. And I was like, I'm tired of the sheep for today. Let's do green instead. And now I'm chilly. I'm gonna go grab a cardigan. That's better. I realized I was saying all day, and you're probably watching this in the morning if you're catching it right when it uploads and goes live. I am doing these the night before. So it's actually December 7th at night at the time I am recording this. But that's okay, because that's part of my system for how I'm getting them loaded up to YouTube in the morning for all of you to enjoy, but also keeping my sanity, because I can get up and do the morning things that I need to do for myself and my family, etc., etc. So yeah, it's good. We're on top of it. It's all good. What's this other basket I was mentioning? Well, when I was cleaning up my studio, I took anything and everything that needed another little touch of something to be done to be done. It needed something to be done to be done. Yeah, English is fun sometimes. So I have a basket of unfinished things. These are all the things I didn't want to frog or give up on, but I also don't want to take them with me to the year 2026. So I have them all there, and I've just been working through them and pulling out a thing here and a thing there. But I am really glad I got through my pile of sort of sweater mending and adjustments, because I'm wearing my sweaters now, and I wore the one that had the "This is the back sheep" on it, and I'm looking over there, so that's where my stack of sweaters is. I enjoyed wearing it so much. And the red beaded one is shortened now, and I love the length so much more. Maybe I'll wear that one tomorrow. Anyway, this is the basket of stuff. And I think there's a couple of things in here that I can just bust out and just have them done and over with. And, you know, shrink the contents of the basket a little bit. So let's start with this. This is a sock. This is a very closely knit sock that is toe up that I began about a year ago, and I don't remember what pattern I was using, and I don't know where I'm at in the sock. And I just feel like I would so much rather do it on the circular sock machine. I really don't enjoy knitting socks. I've been trying to figure out what it is, because I like knitting other things, and I realized I don't love knitting hand warmers either, although I did do some hand warmers. I'll show you those in a second too. But I think it's the small circular nature of it. But I like the circular sock machine because I do enjoy like clever mechanical things, and I feel like it's very clever. It's not, you know, one of the modern made of plastic, makes creaky cracky noises and you're like, is this the last crank we're ever gonna crank? And I just enjoy the process of it, the sound of it, the feel of it, the smell of the oil on it. I'm weird, I guess, but I enjoy it very much. But I don't like this. So I'm gonna rip this out and put it back in the ball, and then probably when I get the sock machine out, I'll just make myself a pair of socks, because I do like this sock yarn. I think I have a video about how I spun this. That might be on Patreon. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's good yarn, and I'd love to have socks from it. So I'm just taking it off the needles right now. And okay, now I have these back for a shawl or something. Yeah, but I'm gonna put these back in my little thing full of needles, and then just start winding, because then that'll be something done. There's a kind of famous book I think, but I don't know what book it is. But I've heard a lot of people reference it. And it actually might be the title is Eat the Frog. But the idea, it's one of those like self-help organization, get things done kind of books. And the idea is that you take all the things that you have to do and you eat the frog first, if I'm getting this right. Again, this is just stuff I've heard from other people. I haven't read the book myself, but if anyone knows, fill us in the comments. But the idea of it kind of stuck with me because it's certainly an image. Okay, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, I apologize. Close your ears. I have eaten frog before. I lived in Louisiana and I was into, trying the local cuisine. And oh my gosh, Cajun food is amazing. So good. And yeah, frog was something that was regularly served at like Cajun specific restaurants and stuff. So I tried it. It tastes like chicken in texture, but it had sort of a fish vibe, which I guess makes sense. So yes, I've eaten a frog. It wasn't my favorite, but it, was something to try. And I did. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's very vivid imagery. It's not my favorite thing, but if I have to eat it, I'll do it first, I guess, is the whole idea of eating the frog. Where am I going with this? I am rambling, aren't I? It's a time. So the idea is that if you have a whole bunch of stuff to do, you take the thing you want to do the least and you do it first to get it out of the way, rather than working towards the thing you hate least and like having a big build up to the terrible thing you're dreading. So whatever you're dreading, just do it first. Just get it over with. Your energy's fresh. Get it done. And I was like, what is my frog? What in my studio is my frog? What's the thing I'm dreading? I don't know, because like this is a place of happiness and joy, and I like all this stuff I'm doing. The thing I liked the least overall ever was the Verifelder weaving piece that I did. It was like excruciating to get that one finished. I'm glad I did. It's behind me. It's right there. I'm glad I did it, and I enjoy the piece of cloth that I made. Yes, that's cloth. I'll just pull it out in case no one knows what I'm talking about. This is all Lincoln long wool locks, and it's woven. So as I was weaving, I tucked the locks into the cloth. And then when I beat it down, it beat the locks in there. This is like a very traditional, like Viking age, I think there's evidence of these in Ireland as well. Cloak. That would be a cloak that you could wear because it's not stiff like leather, and so it's very warm, but you still have the benefit of the locks of the sheep, especially if you keep some lanolin in it, some grease in it. If you're out and it's rainy and or snowing or whatever, it's just going to kind of like come off you just like you're a sheep. Also, if you're hiding or being sneaky, you can kind of like cover yourself up with the cloak, and from a distance, you'll look like one of the sheep. I thought that was fun. Oh my gosh, that's why it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is the sheep's clothing. I get it. That just came together in my mind. Is that where that comes from? That could be where that comes from. If you're not the sneaky guy, but the baddie is the sneaky guy, that's the wolf in sheep's clothing. I need to know where that came from. Does anyone know? Help me figure it out. Is that what this is? Anyway, I didn't like doing the weaving. It was fussy and tedious, and I didn't like stopping. When I weave, I like to have a rhythm, and I like to just go. It's fine. I enjoy this piece. I enjoyed the history I learned doing it, and I'm happy I did it. I don't think there's anything that I'm specifically like, "Bleh, I don't want to work on that." Because I think I have frogged most of those things. The things where I was like, "Bleh," I was like, well, then why am I spending my time on it? You know. Oop, down to the toe. So, what about you, dear listener? Do you have any frogs? Is it something that you really do want to finish? You just don't want to do the finish? Whatever that means, whatever it takes to finish. Maybe it's weaving in ends. That could frequently be, no, I'm tangled. Weaving in ends could definitely be eating a frog for some people. What else? I don't know. Let's see what else I have in my basket, because look, I just got this done and now it's no longer in my basket. Huzzah. This one's going to be tricky. This is some Gotland, and I was like, where are my bobbins? It's good to know how many bobbins you have for each wheel, especially if you have more than one wheel. And I was like, I know I have another of the travel bobbins. That's what Shact calls the ones that are plastic. These go on the Ladybug and the Sidekick. I have both of those wheels. And I was like, why can I only find 4 bobbins? That's not right. I have one on the Sidekick, and I have one on the Ladybug, and then I had 2 up there, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I should have more than 4 bobbins. I found one. It was in this bag, and this bag is full of Gotland locks. And I was like, oh, I just need to finish spinning this. They are Gotland locks from a Gotland sheep. It's really pretty wool. It feels very soft, but it is a sturdier wool. This is one of those that people will spin it up and then they'll be like, oh, that doesn't seem as soft as it was when it was in its locks. And that's because the locks are long, but the individual fibers themselves are fairly coarse. And what happens when you spin it and then you have like the ends of it that stick out, it's a thicker end, right? Like it's not as fine of a micron as like cashmere or merino or something like that. And so you feel the ends and it can feel a little prickly, but it's a really durable wool. It's a really great wool for weaving. That's my favorite thing to do with it. So I was like, I would like to weave with this. I want to get this done. So yeah, but I don't think I'll do that today because I still have hedgehog fibers to spin. So this might be a post-Christmas, pre-New Year's kind of a thing to get done. I don't know. We'll see. I have this sweater. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this sweater. It's one of my favorites because it's purple and it has a little bit of glitter in it. I don't know if that glitter will show up. And here is my plan for it. I had this sort of variegated little ball of yarn, and I was crocheting a little trim just to go around the collar because I thought that would kind of, you know, zhuzh it up a little bit. And then I put it to the side and I didn't finish the trim, and now I don't know what the pattern was. Why can't I just finish things? So I guess I need to sort of pick out a little of it to figure out what's what, and then I will be able to attach it, unless it's already long enough. Maybe it's already long enough. I'm doing a little, yeah, no, it has this much to go. But I think this will be kind of pretty, just to kind of, you know, spruce it up a little. I can see the cardboard, so I think I'll have enough to go all the way around, but I'm not going to have enough to do like anything on the cuffs or the bottom hem of the sweater, which is fine. I generally don't like things on my cuffs because I do so much with my hands. I can't stand having things in the way. So maybe this will be my thing to finish today. I think it will be. And I know you can peek and see there's a little something in there. I'm being dramatic. We'll save that maybe for tomorrow. We'll see. But But yeah, I think this is good. I got one thing all balled up, one thing decided for the timeline of when it will get spun, and this one I can go chill on the couch and watch The Expanse tonight because we're on the final couple episodes. And after that, we need to figure out what we're going to watch next. Oh, Mark's calling me. Hang on a second. Mark is doing the grocery shopping, which usually I would be helping with, or I'd be doing, because he's a supportive Vlogmas partner. Yeah, so we usually get eggnog, and not a lot. We just, it's a special treat. It's such a heavy drink, but it is a fun festive treat. And we like to get the Oberweis kind because it's so rich and creamy. And the Oberweis eggnog is $18. So we're not getting the Oberweis, we're getting some other different brand. $18. No, thank you. I can't imagine it was $18 last year because I know we got it last year because I like to keep the bottles and I have the bottle, and there's no way I would have paid $18 for eggnog. It's not possible. That's so much. Anyway, he's going to Aldi. I'm sure he'll find something there. It'll be fine. I'm going to get my spinning wheel out and do a little spinning next. And I'll put this to the side. So this is my next little thing to work on. I do have about this much left to go, but I got a good start to the bobbin. It's going well. I'm enjoying this spin. It's very pretty. I'm feeling really good about where all my stuff is. Just wrapping up a little. Hopefully I'll be able to show you my finished purple sweater with the little lace edge in a day or two. And I'm just I'm feeling good about the state of things. Just taking a little nibble here and there. Maybe if I'm gonna write a book about, which I'm not writing a book about time management and getting things done. I am not the one. But if I was, I wouldn't call it, you know, like eat the frog first. I would call it, trust me, take a nibble here and there. You'll feel better in the end. Happy spinning and merry Vlogmas.